It's their belief in authority, just like it's the same thing holding people back in just about every other aspect of life. It's the big cult. Authority is an illusion of a diseased psyche based entirely in violence and built upon the erroneous and dogmatic belief that some people are masters who have the moral right to issue commands, while others are slaves who have a moral obligation to obey the masters. The belief in authority is the world's most dangerous religion, and as I like to call it, it's the world's most dangerous cult. If you believe in authority, you are a member of a cult. Whether you accept that or not as being true, nothing will ever make that statement untrue. That's the objective, inherent truth of the universe. Not because I said it, but because that's exactly the truth of what is. Objectively and inherently within creation. Imagine being forced into a religion that you can't opt out of. It's called government. That's what government is. Based upon the belief in authority, which is a delusion of a mind-controlled, diseased mind, which is built entirely upon coercion, duress, and violence. None of which can lead to freedom. All of those things only lead to chaos and slavery. That's it. Chaos, slavery, and death are the only things that belief of authority can lead to, according to the laws of the true laws of attraction and manifestation inherent in the universe, which is natural law, which the free energy community has absolutely no fucking clue about. I could talk about this with them, with the vast majority of them, with them night and day for hours and hours daily, and they have no understanding of it because they are not occultists. They do not study the body of knowledge known as occultism, because their bullshit other cultural religions have told them that that's evil and you should never look into it, when it's really the understanding of the human psychology and the understanding of the hidden laws of nature that the bulk of humanity have not been made privy to. And that's why they keep living their lives in a mindset of total illusion and creating chaos, slavery, and death, because they don't know those laws of creation. And this is how it goes. They believe in authority in the old world. This is the old world order, as I call it. Authority vested in one. That's the old world order. All of the power concentrated in the hands of one being who is like God, God's representative on the earth. He has the divine right to rule, which came out of our ancient human ancestry and human origins, of the beings that were here calling themselves the gods, saying that they had the right to rule over us. They had no divine right. They just had advanced technology that made them look like gods. That's all. It was so advanced, it was like magic, you know? And they tell this story over and over and over again throughout, in many different storytelling methods and venues throughout human history. You know, the man who would be king. You know, just about, I mean, there's hundreds of them. The Road to El Dorado. You know, what else? There was actually an episode of Voyager about two Ferengi that go and are worshipped as gods in the Delta Quadrant in Voyager. You know, on the other side of a non-stable wormhole. I actually just rewatched an episode that was about this, and it reminded me of the whole story of Enlil and Enki. You know, the two gods who wanted to be worshipped as, you know, the two extraterrestrials that went to a non-advanced planet and they wanted to be worshipped as gods. That's where the God King story came from. Emperors, kings, pharaohs. So all from the same place, believing that they're God on earth. This is the origin of government. The whole idea of their administrators as God's chosen people on earth. You know, where do you think that came from? You think that's the God of creation? Choosing one group of people over another? What do you think, the God of creation orders people in the Bible, like, you know, Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac because he wants human sacrifice? That's the God of creation? No, that's gods with a small g. That's why they're called the Elohim. Plural. Gods. Yeah, they're gods of nothing but a big bag of shit. Because that's what they are. We're big bags of shit. And that's what all the people who have continued their whole institutions and rituals are. They're huge bags of shit. The people who believe in authority at all, you're a bag of shit. Okay? I'm not going to tell you politely like I do on other people's platforms. This is my platform, and I'm going to tell you how I want to tell you. Because I'm done with your bullshit thinking of violence. You're a violent person. You believe in violence. You believe in coercion. You believe in slavery. And that makes you a bag of shit. You're an immoral fucktard who can't think at any higher level. So I'll tell you in your language. I'll tell you in your street language. I'm not going to sugarcoat it like all these other researchers want to and all these other podcasters want to. I'm going to tell you the way I would say it to you to your face here in front of you. You're an immoral bag of shit. So in the ancient past, the immoral bags of shit that believed in this system of authority called it kingship, to euphemize it. Oh, the king is different than everybody else. He has special dispensation. He's been given this authority to rule everybody else and make everybody his slaves, his subjects, because the gods put him in power. The gods commanded him. He has the divine right to rule. And jackass assholes today still believe this nonsense. There are people who still have any respect for people calling themselves kings and queens. Can you believe this bullshit? I mean, we've not progressed one iota as an entire civilization and as a species. This is how immoral the bags of shit on this planet are that call themselves human beings. And then other people want me to take it light on them. Not after 220 episodes of doing this. You know? I'll take it light on you for like 1 or 2 episodes going into some new platform. But then guess what? You're going to get hit with the harder material. I'm coming back just like the psychedelics do with the clipboard. You know? He's taken a half a hit of acid, of LSD. He's done a little bit, like maybe 2 grams of mushrooms. Hit him with a light experience. Hit him with the light. He's not that experienced. Let's hit him with the light, happy-go-lucky fun trip on the first round. Okay? Oh. Next experience. Oh, he's been here several times. Huh? What's he learned? What's he put into practice out in the outside world? Huh? Let's look at his chart here. Okay? Still looking at it as a means of escape. You know? Still looking at it as some joyride. Is he actually acting rightly in the real world? No. Hasn't really bring the message down to the ground on Earth. Right? But he's yet back here over and over and over and over. Well, now hit him with the hard shit. Yeah, you know anything about psychedelics? That's how it works. You know? When I knew I had a lot more work to do, it was leaving me in a pool of sweat, almost curled up in a fetal position, going, my God, I don't know if I could take I don't know if I could take any more like that. And then when I finally got up off my ass and really started doing what I was supposed to do, it's making me laugh hysterically. And other people are going, what the fuck are you laughing about? Oh, because it's telling me I'm on the path. So it's saying have a little bit of fucking joy in your life because you are doing the right thing. And then other people who aren't making progress, it's leaving them in the fucking ball in a fetal position in a pool of sweat on the ground. That's how that shit works. You know, it's the same thing with what on earth is happening. It's just, it may be a different form of a psychedelic experience if you're really putting it to practice in the right way. I'm going to hit you hard if you're not doing the right thing. If it doesn't apply to you, don't take it to heart. It's not for that message isn't for you then if you're really doing the work. But if you're not, you know I'm talking about you. So now this is the new world order, right? Authority vested in few. This is the new world order. The old world order, God King. One, authority in one, unchallenged ruler. And all his henchmen under him, killing for him. Well, it's no different in the new world order. It's just the authority has been diffused a little bit into a handful of people comprising an oligarchical institution calling itself government. The government has taken the place of the single ruling member, and now they are a body of ruling members. That's all. Instead of having one being that represents God on earth, this is an institution that represents God on earth. And they are now the lawmakers, like the king was the lawmaker. Nothing has changed except the euphemism of what you call it. You don't call it kingship any longer. Now it's called government. It's been euphemized. But all this means is to control the mind. And yes, it does mean that. Ass. I'm not going to even go into why it means that. You're just an ass if you haven't looked into it. After 220 episodes. Yes, government does mean to control the mind. Ass. Yes, it does. No matter how much you say it doesn't, yes, it does. Immutably true. Regardless of whether you think it's incorrect or not, you're wrong. Okay? And I don't need to endlessly repeat and qualify myself over and over again. Go look it up in past episodes. I'm tired of repeating myself in that regard. That's exactly what it means. Because the only way you control the body is when you control the mind. That's it. And this is why people believe in government. Because they're under mind control. Only way you can believe in authority is if you're under mind control. It doesn't matter what political identification you happen to identify with, left, right, centrist, doesn't matter, minarchist. If you believe in the concept of authority, you are under mind control and you're an immoral piece of trash. And really, I don't really want to associate with people who have that mindset much anymore. I want to try to bring more people over to the non-authoritarian mindset. And I will use what is at my disposal to reach those people. But, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, people who are authoritarians are not my friends. Because they are believers in an illusion, and thus they are under mind control, and you can't ultimately really be on the same side and trust people like that. Because whether you call it kingship or government or whatever other euphemism you want to call it, however you want to identify with this concept of authority, it doesn't matter what you call it. I call it what it really is, because what it really is slavery. You could euphemize it however you want, but what it really is slavery. Okay? People can call it kingship, they can call it queenship, they can call it royalty, they can call it oligarchy. It doesn't make a difference what words you want to use to euphemize it. It's the same thing when it all comes down to it. Kingship is slavery and government is slavery. And here's what the New Age movement, why is this in a Tesla presentation? Because the jackasses in the New Age, in the free energy movement, actually believe you can create free energy while maintaining a system of slavery in place. You believe that. People in your movement, yes, you believe that. That's your belief system. People in the UFO disclosure movement believe you can maintain a system of slavery and still have the disclosure of the truth of extraterrestrial intelligence to the world and all the good things that will come along with that. You believe that because none of you are talking about government as being slavery. I don't hear it. You're too chicken shit. You're chicken shit cowards. Just like most of the people in the free energy movement, you're chicken shit cowards. Here's where I come out as not your friend, right? Everybody wants to think I'm so chummy with everybody. Anarchists, I'm not your friend. UFO community, I'm not your friend. New Age and spiritualist movement, I'm not your friend. Free energy movement, I'm not your friend. I'm here to tell you the uncomfortable truth that all of you, at one level or another, still believe in forms of slavery. And that's why you'll never create a world based in true freedom. That's why you'll never have true spirituality. That's why you'll never have true freedom. That's why you'll never have true disclosure. And that's why you'll never have true free energy. And I'm the bad guy in your communities for telling you this.